Some of you may remember a few years ago, we had a wonderful week of guided prayer. I had the privilege of meeting every day with a woman whose name I can't remember, but who had a picture for me, which she said was unusual for her. It was a picture of me in a lovely garden with well-mown lawns and pretty colourful flower beds, all beautifully laid out. She saw God, who was whistling to me from another part of the garden, which was unkempt and wild, and he was asking me to join him there. I had no idea at the time what this picture meant, but I think it might mean more now to me as I look back over the last 2 years. I am naturally, or was, active and practical with my hands. I did everything at speed to achieve maximum creativity and productivity. I was a hands-on person with a highly honed work ethic. A true Martha, if you remember the story of Martha and Mary. I would have a dedicated time of Bible study and prayer most mornings, but often I confess I'd be making a to-do list as ideas distracted me. I had COVID in March 2020, after which I noticed I could no longer run upstairs, which had always been my habit. My right leg simply wasn't operating as it should. I thought it was long COVID. I carried on with life as normal and sailed my dinghy all summer, sometimes with a crew who's an excellent physio, and she hoped that she could get me back to normal again. So it came as a dreadful shock to receive the diagnosis of motor neuron disease in November 2020. MND is a disease where the electrics of your body go haywire and stop sending messages to your muscles. So little by little, you lose your mobility. The disease develops randomly in different people, and despite research, there's no cure yet. I suppose everyone with this or any other serious diagnosis responds in different ways. For me, as a Christian, I realized that the two things the disease can never rob me of is my faith and my family. I've also been overwhelmed by the love and support of friends, and I thank everyone who has expressed their friendship through cards, flowers, soups, meals, etc. I wondered if maybe Jesus was wanting me to try Mary's way, now that I was losing the use of my limbs. I noticed in the painting by Vermeer of Jesus with the two sisters that he had placed a table between Martha and Jesus. Maybe I could draw closer to Jesus, like Mary, by sitting still at his feet. Maybe Jesus was preparing me for a new ministry of prayer or intercession for others. I've prayed for healing, and I've had the privilege of being prayed for by many friends and strangers across the world, in fact. We've received a miraculous healing 40 years ago when I was pregnant with our first child. We were given that a less than 5% chance of my baby surviving. But after 3 months in hospital and a lot of prayer, our healthy baby was born. I've been given some amazing words and pictures by praying Christians whom I trust and respect. I absolutely believe that Jesus has the power to heal today, as in the Gospels when he healed everyone who asked. But I also know that the order of the world is such that bad things happen, regardless of who you are, good, bad, a person of faith or of no particular beliefs. I believe that Jesus died on the cross to forgive our sins and to heal us. As it says in Isaiah 55, by his stripes we are healed. In these times, God can sometimes seem distant, but I believe he's crying with us. I believe that when I die, I will be with Jesus in paradise. As he said to his neighbour on the cross, "Today you will be with me in paradise." And I will be given a new resurrected body. So I believe I will be healed, but I don't know when. The now or the not yet, because we're still living in that fallen world before Jesus returns. I'm trying to balance the reality of this progressive illness and its increasing limitations and some dark periods with the hope that I still have, although small as a mustard seed, of healing in this life. We deliberately thank God for his blessings daily, and even in the bleaker times, to borrow a phrase from Pete Greig, I still show up for my times of Bible study and prayer. And I treasure the picture in Deuteronomy 33, verse 27, of God's eternal arms underneath me. His presence is my assurance daily and for eternity.